What is up, guys? JaretCampisi. Welcome back to one of the final episodes of the Carbon V4 series. You know the drill by now. We built one of the lightest, fastest Carbon Panigale V4s in the world, and we're going to be giving it away in less than 2 weeks. So you've got one more chance to be entered, which is the final episode, which is coming up later this week. Check out the Patreon page for all the details on how you can get signed up and be entered to win this beautiful, beautiful motorcycle. Today we're going to be heading over to Carbon Performance. We're going to be putting it on the dyno to find out how much horsepower this bad boy makes after all the mods that we've done. I'm hoping that it can hit that all elusive 200 rear wheel horsepower mark, and I'm excited. So let's hop on the bike and head on over. Alright, so as I mentioned, I'm heading over to Carbon Performance. That is where I do all my dyno numbers. Jason, he's been doing this for 20 years. He's really good. Things to note: stock horsepower number of this bike was 187. So that was 187 horsepower to the wheel. And also, I want to explain something. Crank horsepower, when you see the numbers that manufacturers list, they list the stock crank horsepower. That's to the crank of the engine of the motor. This bike stock with stock exhaust was 214 crank horsepower. With the Acura exhaust, it's 226 crank horsepower. You never get that much horsepower to the wheel. You're always looking at a 10 to 12% loss to the wheel, just because of the mechanisms of how physics works and all that BS. But you know, 188 stock horsepower is one of the most powerful naturally aspirated leader bikes ever tested. And then I'm hoping that we can pick up at least 10 to 12 horsepower. So, you know, if we could get anywhere around that 195 to 200 mark would be pretty freaking insane, especially considering we've now lightened this bike by around 35 to 40 pounds. So it is full carbon gas tank, full carbon rear subframe, all carbon bodywork, carbon wheels. It is one of the lightest and fastest V4 Panigales in the world. It's really something special. And yeah, if it can hit 200 horsepower and it to the wheel, and it weighs just, oh man, probably under 400 pounds, you're looking at one of the best power to weight ratio machines on the planet. Now, just to give you an idea, to hit that power to weight ratio with a car, you're looking at the $1 million Ferrari LaFerrari, you're looking at the P1 McLaren, you're looking at the 911 Porsche Carrera. I mean, you have to get up into the, you know, 800,000 to $1 million mark on a car to hit that. We did this with around $70,000. So yeah, this is a super high-end motorcycle, very expensive, very premium. But if you compare that to cars, I mean, you can get some pretty insane performance for a fraction of the cost, which is one of the reasons why I love bikes so much, because it you know, it puts that kind of performance in the hands of individuals who don't have $1 million and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's my little spiel. Let's get on over there and see how this bad boy does. Listen to that baby purr. All right, we've officially arrived at Carbon Performance. I got one last thing I need to do. I love the self-canceling turn signals. We need to put this bad boy in race mode. So let's get here. Turn this off, put it in race mode, and then I still need to do one other thing. Let's see, traction control off, wheelie control not active. Okay, slide control not active. Okay, good, that's exactly what we want. So now we got wheelie control off, traction control off, slide control off, which obviously won't make a difference. Now it'll give us full power on the dyno, and let's go find Jason.
guys, so here's your horsepower numbers. I was wrong with what the stock initial horsepower number was. It looks like it was 183. Jason pulled it up from before. And then we just did 196 to the wheel. So that's 13 horsepower. 196 to the wheel is insane, especially considering this bike probably weighs under 400 pounds. That was the run he did when he was just going through the gears, which freaking sounds insane. I hope it came through on the phone camera. And then that's the horsepower graph from the 196 run. So very, very happy with that. We're always appreciative of Jason down here at Carnes Performance. If you're interested in getting any of your bikes tuned, I highly, highly recommend them. Come down, tell him I sent you, and you'll love it.
God, that's so amazing. It pops every freaking time you ship. So yeah, guys, there you go. You just saw the numbers, you saw the graphs. 183 to 184 stock horsepower. After the full Acra system, the sprint filter, and the Acra up map from Ducati, 196 horsepower to the wheel. That was in 5th gear because it was spinning on the dyno in 4th gear. I think that it could have easily hit 200 with better conditions at the dyno, a little bit colder, crisper air. But honestly, I'm really happy with that. 196 horsepower on a bike that weighs 400 pounds, 405 pounds. Pretty insane. I mean, it's one of the most powerful power to weight ratio vehicles on the planet, literally. And that's just incredible. We built this, Dotto and I, with the help of Moto Million, in central Pennsylvania, you know, in a garage, in his own garage. And it's something I'm always going to be very, very proud of. And of course, we could not have done it without our patrons supporting this project. And that's why anyone who donates to this project is entered to win it when we're done, because we want to show our support for those who help make all of these projects possible. That's what it's all about, man. That's what I wanted to do when we started these builds. Thank God the brakes are good, because I thought she was going right. You know, that was our goal when we started these builds, to build some of the lightest, fastest motorcycles on the planet. And you know, we've done that, so I'm really, really happy. And again, you've got one more episode. If you'd like to be entered to win this bike, check out the Patreon page. It's always the first link in the description below. If you want to get any of the parts on this motorcycle that we've installed, go to Moto Million's website. You can easily find all the parts we got. You can click on the V4 playlist on their website, and you can find all the parts we've installed. And I think that's about it, guys. Shout out to Carnes Performance for helping us with the dyno today. And that's it. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. I cannot wait to start the next build after this one finishes. That one will be taking place in California, and I'm very, very excited for the next project. I'm going to be chatting with the patrons about it shortly, and it's going to be changing directions. We're going to do something a little bit different, and I'm really, really excited. So I hope you guys are too. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.